Hi, welcome back to Safe Space Talk. Today we are doing a video on the orgasm gap with our guest. She is going to be our quote unquote straight female
Correct.
of this orgasm gap bundle.
The low end of the totem pole.
Just right along with us. So
yes, all three of us all lined up. Three
We-
perch birds, sadly, sitting on our little branch.
But before we get started, we'll do our candle lighting. So for anybody going through a hard time, anybody needing extra encouragement, or feeling like they need some good energy in their life, this is for you.
I forgot to lock the door.
I will lock the door.
Yeah, no, we can't do like Silk Sonic. We can't leave the door open. I will take that.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? I guess whatever you want to tell us. Background in love, background in anything.
Well, I'm currently single. I've been single for a while. My latest experiences have been with guys that I'm kind of dating, talking to. For the most part, yeah.
And what's your age range?
I'm 34.
All right, perfect.
I'll be 35 later this year.
Cool. I'm with it.
I'm beyond it, but we'll go ahead on past that part. I'll leave you young bloods to keep it moving. So you all are the future. All right, so we're gonna go straight into our questions. So we have I don't want to say a preset amount of questions or
A predetermined list,
but questions that we kind of felt like were more important to ask to kind of get to the nitty gritty. So are you ready for your interrogation? All right. And what would you say is your percentage of times that you experience orgasms from your sexual experience? It's not partner shaming or anything like that, but if you factually had to think about it
and this is
make
experiences with other people, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So experiences with other people, 50%. I would say about 50%.
50%.
Yep, that to me sounds about fair.
That sounds so discouraging. Like going into something, knowing like
50% chance you'll get it right.
That's why.
But let me tell you what, that's better than Vegas odds.
Is it? Is it though? I quadrupled my money on my first bet in Vegas. That's less than 50-50.
You're a lucky bitch.
That's why it's like I don't want to just get into it because I feel like when the person, if you and the person aren't like connected in some sort of way, then they're not going to care about your pleasure.
Exactly.
They're not going to care about your orgasm. So I don't do one night stands anymore. I don't do like, just hooking up. I want to.
It's not beneficial.
Yeah, it's a waste.
Yeah.
So you'd almost feel like you're more of a demisexual. Where demisexual is kind of like a person where you feel like there has to be a connection, whether it's underlying or occurred in the past, in order to actually find that person sexually interesting to you.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Keisha's eyes were like,
it's better to me. It's better for me.
Right.
It's easier to actually talk about what I need. It's easier to actually feel comfortable enough to get to that point, to have an orgasm. So
because that is a vulnerable
thing. It's very
be.
mental, especially for women, I think. Yeah.
I agree. It's for me, it's very mental, and I have to feel really chill and comfortable with you.
Exactly.
To let my guard down enough to let that happen. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Why I would have my guard up for something that makes me feel good, but hell, it's there.
Yeah,
So.
I think that's the whole beginning of it. Like if you have your guard up, then it's gonna be hard to get the juices flowing.
Yeah,
literally and figuratively.
Yeah,
I agree.
So, question number 2: do you feel that the percentage associated matches your experience? So, as we talked about, the percentage associated with a straight female orgasming is about 65% with a male partner. So, with you saying 50, that's even less than what other people are experiencing. What do you feel like contributes to that being less to begin with?
I think maybe being single. I feel like maybe if I was with a partner more consistently, it might be about 65%.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that's fair.
You teach your partner.
Yeah.
You teach them how to
please you.
Yeah.
And then it becomes familiar.
Yeah.
Because the first time, I feel like who hardly gets it right their first time?
Yeah.
Some do.
Yeah, some do. You're very lucky
And
when they
that's
do,
the-
and then
And
you
then
have
you
some
start
person
having,
that's-
but then you start wondering why.
Why are
Why
you so
did
good
you-
at the
yeah, right,
first
yeah.
time, Mr.
Mhm.
Flex the fuck?
Yeah.
Like for what?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's me. I'm sitting here like like you're
Start
real.
like I have
You didn't find that
mid stroke.
suspicious?
You're like, wait a second.
Yeah, you are too
Wait
good
a
at the first
second.
time.
I like-
Who makes
I
that
like
song?
that.
Sam
That's-
Smith.
that's
I'm
some
way
good
too good at
chemistry.
goodbye. Yeah, I'm way too good at goodbye. Like I'm so used to fucking leaving that you ain't even got to worry about me staying. It's not that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being serious. Like, you ain't got to worry about me staying, boo boo. Just enjoy the ride while you're here, like heroines, and then we're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah. But then it's But then with women, the amount of oxytocin released after an orgasm then would probably lead to some toxic behaviors. Because now I'm stalking your Instagram, like.
And that I'm not gonna lie, if I were a straight male, I would kind of hold back a little bit.
Don't
get
and I
too
wouldn't go
good.
for it because
It's a crazy
women
solution.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, meh.
I wonder is that like the secret that they've been keeping from us?
You know what? We're on
We don't want to do it too good.
No, I've heard guys say that. Like you can't do it too good the first time. You got to get to know the person, which sounds backwards, but
But that makes sense
Yeah.
because they will. I mean, how many of us will key a car? And I mean, how many songs are out there
No.
where they get away with it? I'm not gonna do it, but think
Oh, I
about
would-
it.
but I'll
How
be
many-
thinking about the person,
I will do
and
it.
I'm
I
like,
know.
are you talking to anyone else? What's going on
Yeah.
with you? What's up
Yeah.
with us?
Mhm.
What
Why
are you
all
doing?
of like
I don't
now
want
it's
that
like
to go to
I'm
anybody
clocking
else.
who you're texting. Like, wait a second.
But what did Drake
Mhm.
say? You know, you doing all the shit that I taught you for somebody else?
Yeah.
Like, really, bruh?
Mm.
You know? Yeah, I am. And he loves it. He loves it. He thinks it's great. So I would say, yeah, that sounds about right. 50%
Yeah.
when it's someone that's not a
Long-term partner.
long-term trained.
Mhm.
So I guess like for me as a straight female in a long-term relationship, I would have to say, can you give like above 100%? Because usually it's either one or more.
What do you mean above 100%?
No. It would be that you have at least
100%.
one orgasm per sexual experience.
Yeah.
Oh,
so if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
3, then we're batting at like 150% or something like that.
No, you're still bad at 100. Because if you're in the worst pain in the entire world, it's still a 10 out of 10. It's not a 12
Yeah,
out
but
of
what do our
10.
patients tell us? They tell us 20
They tell us
all
a
the time.
33, and then I just look at them like, that puts you down to a 3.3. And that's what I'm charting. Like, now you go down. Whatever you put over, I'm going to break down to a fraction and put that in the
'Cause I will
chart.
say for my single escapades from like one night stands, yeah, it's usually at 0%. Like
So
it's
lame.
it's really just because you crave interaction, and then afterward you're like that was
That was not even worth
yeah, it
it.
wasn't
Not even
worth
worth it.
Yeah, it wasn't
Mhm.
worth it.
Just add it to my body count.
Yeah,
No.
which is a made up construct. I stopped.
I don't
counting.
even count.
Stopped
Right.
counting.
I don't even.
Oh, yeah. I don't have one
Yeah.
anymore.
Right.
However the fuck many it
Don't,
was.
don't ever ask
The
me.
end of that is the
Every month I have made a new. So
So how many has it been this month?
we were sitting right at one.
Doesn't matter.
Oh
Yes,
my
I got
God.
2 baby daddies. One. It's been one.
Oh my God, I love it. Yes, okay. All right, so question number 3. What is your most consistent orgasm type? We went over all of them. I'm not sure if you're familiar with most of them, but clitoral, anal, G-spot, etc. What do you find to be the one that you most consistently
Old
have
Faithful.
with other people?
Okay, clitoral, definitely.
Mhm.
Okay, so now with clitoral, I definitely like to have the G spot hit at the same time.
Mhm.
It can't just be G spot.
Yeah.
It can either be just clitoral or G spot.
So that's like a combined, right? Isn't that
Correct.
What we said last time? It
Yeah.
was that combined. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the most common. But the biggest, most strong orgasm was with the butt plug.
I'm telling you. Did I
That's
tell you
the-
that?
That
the butt
is.
plug.
Yeah, it's like it
The
takes
best.
it to the next level.
It does.
Yeah.
So are they placing this beforehand
And
or
then they pull
during?
it out after.
But I thought those were beads. Am I getting confused?
Well, no, I just do I've done just a butt plug just before, everything's getting started.
Mm-hmm.
Put that in,
Okay.
and then it just like,
So you don't
It
take it
makes
out till after
everything-
you're done.
yeah.
Okay.
It makes everything so much more sensitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once
Now-
everything is good,
Good. So when you're actually
Take it out.
achieving the orgasm, you remove it
No, I don't
Wait,
remove
she
it
waits till
until
after.
until after
after
the
everything's
whole
done.
the whole orgasm
Everything,
has experienced.
because when they penetrate, it's like it's so much deeper. Like I can actually feel a lot more
Yeah.
versus just without the
buy
butt
one.
plug. Yeah.
Have to buy one.
Yeah, because if you're thinking about it, like you're pushing that posterior wall of the vagina into
Upwards.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Now-
and then the clit gets jealous.
So now they fight and they're
She's
like,
like,
nah,
hey, hey, over
Hey,
here, over here.
Right.
about me?
He's like, come touch me. So yeah.
And then what do you do?
So for me, usually if I do any kind of anal play, it's like she said, it builds with it prior to. But for me, as soon as the orgasm happens, you got to get out, like immediate. Whatever's out, if it's a penis, a finger, whatever, it gotta go now. Get it out, like
Including the plug.
all of it. You gotta go. All of it gotta go.
You gotta go and take your fucking
Yeah,
position.
all of it has to go.
Okay.
Like, and it's usually like within 5 to 10 seconds afterward. All of a sudden, my body's just like, get it away from me. Oh, I don't know if it's
Do you
like
just
shaming
push-
itself. Like,
Do you just push it out, or you just?
no. Usually, my boyfriend will pull it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That feels good too when it's coming out.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you have it in the entire time, and then you, as soon as the fireworks are going off, you're like, pull this shit out.
Yeah.
Everything, abandon dead.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds fair to me. And these aren't beads; it's actually a plug.
Well,
I've had
one
friends
it'll be
tell me
like
that
sometimes it'll be
they
like a
have them start
vibrator.
pulling beads.
No, I don't have any
when
beads.
they're having the
No,
orgasm.
I don't have beads. No. Usually it's just like toys or his member.
All right.
But sometimes I don't like to lock myself into that because once you get to the butt, that's it. Like you can't go back. You know what I'm saying? You can't
I
go
mean,
back to the
I
vagina.
think you can, and it's called truffle butter.
Oh,
From my
yes,
understanding.
Yes,
Oh,
but I would
yeah,
prefer
yeah.
not to have a
Yeah.
vaginal infection the next day. So
Yeah.
We're not shaming those who
I
do.
choose not to.
Yes, we're
I
not shaming
choose
those
not
who
to.
do. If you do, honey,
Live your
do
best
you,
life.
boo, boo. Yes.
Just make sure you take your probiotics.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's right. Or your vinegar. Either way, we're happy for you and we're proud of you. Congratulations on achieving that. Next question is, what do you think is the percentage of orgasms that your partners experience?
100.
Exactly.
At least
So you-
99.
Do you think they're ever? Do
So
you think
you
they're
don't
ever
think
faking?
you've ever left a guy who has not had an orgasm or who has possibly pretended to have one with you?
That's very rare because either I see that they've had an orgasm
Mm-hmm.
or I just know. I know they do.
Okay.
Every single time. Maybe one or two that was like, we were going for a long time
And then they just couldn't.
and they just couldn't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that's very rare.
Okay.
And
I
I'm
feel
not
like
saying
that's-
anything about
But see,
my
No,
you
you're
know,
not. That makes
She's
sense.
like, I'm not trying to blow.
I mean,
my
I'm not.
nose,
I ain't gonna toot my own horn, but
Every
ain't no
time.
nigga ever left me unsatisfied.
But see, and like sometimes I wonder because you hear a lot of them say, "Well, we do it for ourselves. We are working for our own nut,
Oh,
and you guys aren't working for
motherfucker,
yours."
No, I don't
So,
like guys
It's
like that.
It's implied. It's so implied.
No.
It's so implied.
I
The
think
orgasm.
Oh,
It's literally implied.
oh yeah.
You literally
Well,
require
yeah.
just
What
a
is
little
it
bit
like?
of
What is the
friction.
percentage? 95% or
Yeah, 95%. That's because the rest of them fell asleep first. I mean, I'm
Or they're
sorry.
going off.
Like the meth
they're
didn't
going off
kick in
turkeys
and they
just
fell
can't,
asleep
yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah.
That was that one guy that was still like petty from his divorce and was like, well, this one time at band camp,
Usually, I
It didn't
think
happen
with
for
me and my relationship, if he doesn't achieve, well, he's a very much a pleaser. He much focuses on me, but on the times that he doesn't, it's usually because he's already held it back, and now it's just it's gonna be there. We're gonna be there for 5 hours.
those are the kind of
We don't
guys
have
I
time
like.
to go.
Yeah, right. Well, or you get the excuse that I've had when it's happened. Oh, I drank this, or I drank too much.
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't drink enough. I mean,
Usually,
obviously,
if I'm drinking that, though, that's
it usually
That's
makes it
Yeah.
easier.
Mhm.
But like, if I had to pick a bucket of excuses, because I realize now I'm like throwing shame, like assuming that they have to have one. Like I'm so grandiose that they've had to have had one, but I am throwing shade. Like I'm assuming that they've had one because it's usually something that I can literally feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can feel the contents being
Yeah.
emptied. As
Mm-hmm.
terrible as that sounds, that
Yeah.
just makes it factual. But when they say they haven't, a lot of times that's the excuse that I'll hear them say. I drank too much. Whiskey dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
I've heard that too.
But yeah, so that's what I would say. So 99 to 100%, you say, are your
100%.
partners experience.
Successful rates.
I would say yes.
I love it. 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself faking orgasms to encourage your partner's perspective of their sexual experience with you?
This is
No.
my favorite question.
No,
Not a fake.
I don't fake nothing.
Okay.
For example, I had this guy. It was my 30th birthday, and I was single. I didn't have anybody that I was talking to or seeing, but I met him that week of my birthday. We hung out throughout the week, and then when my birthday came, we did it, and I did not orgasm. He came like that, and I was like, that was a waste.
Thank you.
My 30th
Thanks
birthday.
for nothing.
My 30th birthday, and this is what you give me?
Yeah.
Was he
On
like
my
talking
birthday.
it up the whole time too?
No,
or
he wasn't talking it up. We actually,
Maybe he was realistic in his own efforts.
we actually
This
just
is
got
what you get.
to that point that night. Like, we had been flirting,
Okay.
but then, when my birthday happened, it was like, okay,
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his excuse was he had been, because I was drunk, so he was like, I didn't want to try to do anything with you while you were
So
drunk.
he could have done that while
So-
you was drunk, but
No. Listen. So I was drunk, so I went to sleep. We didn't get to it till the next morning.
Uh-huh.
So he was like, I've been holding it the whole night.
Okay.
So by the time, we got it in, he's like, I
I was overly excited.
I couldn't hold it.
In any longer.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what he said. But I was like, that was such a waste. That was my 30th birthday gift.
So do you feel like you should have like revisited it and been like, all right, here's where you can improve? Or you
Hell no, fool me
It
once.
was at that moment I told him, and I was like, you're gonna have to make this up to me. For how many years is this? I saw him recently. I'll say that. And I don't care if he hears this out. So
At this point, we don't owe him a damn thing.
Nothing.
Obviously.
So we rekindled, started talking again, and he tried to make it up. It was all right. It was cool, but I felt like he was trying so hard to prove himself that he was just looking very angry. And I told him after, I was like, were you enjoying it? Like, you came and everything, but were you enjoying it? Because your face looked very angry, intense. And I was like,
he was like, I'll show her.
Yeah, I was like, are you trying to punish me?
Yeah.
Like, what's
Yes.
up?
Yes.
But I think I might have not had a bad time. Like, punish me. Let's see.
I mean, I don't mind being punished. I don't
mind it
punished,
either, but not by you.
Not by that.
Exactly.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
you
Right.
have to
The
be in a
way he
position to punish me.
Yeah, he was not in a position to.
Yeah,
punish
you're
me.
not in a position to be
And
punitive.
I was satisfied, but I was not satisfied at the same time. I just felt a lot of stuff coming off
Mixed
him.
energy.
Did you
Yeah,
have an orgasm with him at all?
I did.
Okay.
Okay.
But the satisfaction was still
So did you have to like give him the logistics of it?
Yes, I told him.
Well,
I
at
need
least
you
he was
to
open
move
and
like
receptive
this.
to that.
Yeah, he was. He definitely was. And it's 5 years. He's changed. I've changed.
Mhm.
I'm gonna speak up and tell you what I need. But yeah, I was just that was gross.
Oh, I have so many questions. I'm gonna hit the pause button, but
That was gross.
I have
Wow.
so many questions.
I